Hello, hello, it's the Mythbusters. We're back. I'm Kathy Keene, and we have our guest again, Carmen Luciano. Okay, so what's our myth that we're going to talk about this afternoon?
I should buy term and invest the rest.
That's an old thing I've heard for years and years and years.
And what's your thought about that? What have you understood?
Well, it was a concept of term insurance is the cheapest insurance you can buy, so always buy the cheapest, and then you take the money that you didn't pay for a whole life or universal life and you invest it. I think it sounds great in theory.
Right. But there's so many things you have to think about, right?
Right.
And some of the things that you have to think about is that could be a pro for some people if you're very disciplined in taking that difference and making sure that you're investing it and working with someone that's going to actually help you invest it properly.
Right.
But how about if something happens like the market crashing like in 2008? So how do you make up for that, right? So there's so many things to think about, and let's say, are you able to be so disciplined maybe during the good times, right? Everything's going well financially, but how about if things aren't going very well financially? Are you still going to be committed to that amount on a monthly basis, investing that difference?
Well, yeah, and the term insurance is also actually going to finally term out.
Exactly. And then what's going to happen, let's say you've had a 10 or 20 or 30 year term and you're still alive and well, which is a good
you win. I mean, the insurance company didn't pay out. No, I don't know. They got all your money and didn't pay.
Exactly. But what's going to happen now is that you're 20 years older or 30 years older, and we're going to hope and pray that you have no illnesses with your health.
Yeah, because I'm exactly the same health I was 30 years ago.
Really?
Oh, yeah, sure.
And if it did change, well, we're not going to stay the same age,
No,
number
that's
one.
true.
And if our health did change, well, guess what? Sometimes the premiums are going to be so costly, or you may fall under a position that you're not insurable anymore. So there's so many things to really consider. And you know that saying, one size fits all? We know that's not true, right?
No.
Not one size fits all. So it's really important to understand what that term means and if it really applies to your situation. Because we want to make sure that at the end of the day, we're getting older and we become fragile, more fragile. And we want to have a clear understanding of our options to make sure if that's something that would benefit us or not benefit us.
I always think about, again, when the disasters happen, you might be able to always find the money, or hopefully you can always find the money to keep that life insurance policy in force. Maybe have to make some amendments to it to decrease it, but are you going to find that money to put back in that invest the difference account? Or is that now all of a sudden going to go to house payments and other things that, again, become priority if the disaster happens? And I just think for general purposes, there are very few people that are that diligent. I would not be one of them that would be diligent enough to invest the difference.
So right there, you're actually sharing exactly that certain ideas or certain thoughts in regards to your planning does not apply to everyone.
Right.
Because
there are
that,
people that are.
That could work with some individuals, and the idea of that whole saying also is to get to a point that you never need your life insurance because you've invested and you're doing so well, you don't need that life insurance anymore, and that investment that you've made will cover every area of your planning. But that's not the case, and that's not always the situation with everyone. So make sure that, once again, we always advise you to sit down and really properly plan and customize something for you that's going to work in your best interest, and not be in a position that we don't know what's going to happen in life. Life does happen and situations change. So make sure you're working with someone that can make those adjustments for you depending on your situation.
Yeah, one of the key points of insurance is to replace uncertainty with certainty.
Exactly.
So be sure that that is what you're looking at and looking for and accomplishing.
Exactly.
So that myth is not busted or proven. It can be either. You can buy term and invest the difference, and it may or may not be the plan for you. Seek out a professional and find out.
Exactly. Nice to see you again.
Bye-bye.